hooping guys. So let's segue into some of the biggest news, especially for gamers, specifically college football fan gamers. The return of NCAA football to the gaming world. It's been, 10 years, 9 years, 10 years?
10 years. I've been waiting 10 years for this day. To
this day. The last game was NCAA 14 with Denard Robinson on the front of it. Denard was awesome, man. That dude was just, they called him shoelace or something like that.
Yeah, sure, because he never used to tie a shoe, which was weird to me. But then he started wearing number 9. No, was it him or it was Devin Gardner who wore 98? Denard Robinson wore 16.
Right. Gardner wore it next year. Okay, so this is a good one, especially for our generation specifically. You know, like us kids, we were teenagers. We grew up on this stuff. What was it? The Road to Glory, Dynasty Mode.
Even just playing online, like Race for the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't been this hyped for a game since Mortal Kombat came back in 2010. Like with Mortal Kombat 9, like I'm so ready for this game that you would not even imagine.
So I mean, you got so much stuff. Like even just the way the game presents itself, all the bands playing, the fight songs, and everything.
Presentation, like,
and then it's all they're opting in every FBS team. So you got to think, like you play Madden. Madden is like 32 teams. You got that selection, and then this is just such a larger selection. I remember playing. Dude, I used to play with NC State Russell Wilson on it. Like, bro, you remember Jordan Lynch from Northern Illinois?
Remember Jordan Lynch, Juice Williams,
the quarterback. Yeah.
Juice Williams. I remember Paxton Lynch from Memphis. Sure, this is how old I am. I remember
Paxton Lynch. Yeah.
I remember playing with Phillip. Yeah, he was. I remember playing with Phillip Rivers. NCAA football 2002. Like I remember playing with Phillip Rivers.
No, what about Pat White, West Virginia?
I hated playing at him. Pat White, Steve Slayton, and who was the number dude that was number 1? Like Noel Devine. Oh, I hated playing them so much because like Pat Williams was a 90 speed. They had 3 running backs that were like 97. But the most annoying NCAA football team of all time, and you can back me up on this, NCAA 2008 Florida Gators. You couldn't stop them to save your life. You had Tim Tebow, you had Percy Harvin, you had Andre Caldwell, you had Jeff Demps, you had Brandon. Hernandez was there. He was a freshman. You had Brandon James. You had Takeo Spikes he wasn't on the team. You had Gerard Mayo was on that team.
Okay, Mayo.
That's
right, because Spikes was younger, right?
He was older.
Older. Okay.
Yeah. They had Joe Hayden as their cornerback. They had Reggie Nelson. But that team was ridiculous.
So true story. This was what year? All right. So it was the year the Florida Gators beat Ohio State University in the championship game. Troy Smith, 2006. Troy Smith won the Heisman that year.
Yeah.
Landslide. I guess it wasn't too many other guys that were hyped up. So yeah, he won that year, and the title game was a blowout.
41-14, I remember.
Yeah, but they gave up that opening kickoff. But yeah, 41-14. So the day before, because I used to play, I didn't have the game, but my cousins had it, and I used to always play with my cousins.
Yeah.
My dad was like, hey, he wanted to put some money on the game. He was like, hey, BJ, that was my cousin's name. Shout out my cousin and my dad. He said, send me, he's like, play this game. I want to see who wins this real quick. Bro, when I tell you the Gators blew out Ohio State in the computer versus computer simulation, the game, then the following Monday, yeah, this is on a Saturday. Then Monday, the same exact thing happened. I'm pretty sure it's a different score, but same concept. You know what I'm saying? It actually happened. That was just unbelievable to me.
What was funny was that year that the same year or the following year, Ohio State played Florida in the basketball national championship, and Florida blew
Yep.
them again. So it's like
Yep.
Ohio State could not catch a break, and then they lost the national championship to LSU in football like later that year.
Yeah. So, hey, bro, that's bringing back. That was like. I feel like that was like prime time college football, or for at least our generation.
Because you got to remember the Reggie Bush years, the Tim Tebow years.
I started watching the year after Reggie Bush. So I didn't. So after the year after Texas won, that's when I started watching football.
Okay, 2006.
That was my first year really watching football and being like, oh man, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, bro, God has blessed us with this.
I'm about to show my age here. The first college football game I remember watching, start to finish, was the 1995 Fiesta Bowl.
Bro, what?
Nebraska versus Florida.
95?
With Florida, it was 94 or 96. I think it was 95. Where 96,
bro.
96 Florida one. It was 95. I was 6 years old.
I was one, bro.
Tommy Fraser had 540 some odd total yards. They had like 690 total yards of offense. They beat the dog out of Florida with just a triple option. That was back when Nebraska was like Tom Osborne, the coach, Tommy Fraser, Amon Green was on that team. But yeah, I've been watching football since kid. Man. I got you. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old, bro.
So what happened? All right. So my first college football game. So I watched it a good bit, and my most memorable college football game from when I was like a kid was it was going into 8th grade. So I didn't make the team in 7th grade, but I made it in 8th grade. And what was his name? Coco Hillary. He was a recruit to he was a quarterback. He moved to like athlete for App State University. And so we were at his dad's house. My dad worked with his dad. We were at his dad's house watching App State go to the big house, Michigan, Big Blue, Michigan. Yep. And Coco made a big, like, bro, everybody was so hyped because it was like one of our people was out there playing in the game, and he made a catch on the game winning drive before the following drive when they blocked the field goal. And I just remember everybody was like, yeah. And I was like in there kind of shocked because I didn't know nobody. But by the fourth quarter, I was like, yeah. And I remember they was like, all right, we need a block kick right here. We need a block kick. Bro, they blocked the kick. That house went wild, bro. I had never, oh my gosh. That was just like so incredible, man. That was great time.
I got two cousins. One, my cousin Will, huge Michigan fan. I still bring that up to him every now and then. My cousin Taylor went to Michigan, and I still remember that play. It's like I don't know if you ever been on a field goal team. You never let the inside guy go. If the outside guy gets the block, he gets the block. If he's that fast and can time it, hey, it is what it is. But you never let the inside, because it's a straight line to the kicker. You never let the inside. And I don't know what old dude was doing, but he blocked the outside guy. Inside guy just comes right. He basically just skips his way in there. Easy block. He almost ran past it. Like that's how open it was.
He really is like, I couldn't believe that.
I couldn't y'all let me through, block, and it's just like, whoa, dang. And then like they start paying into the people in the audience. They all just sitting there like, and we got to go to class tomorrow.
Hey, bro. Hey, like, bro, this did not just happen. But that was great. That's why we love the sport. All right, absolutely. All right, we gotta get back on track, man. So the game. Hey, bro. Hey, college football fans that are watching this segment, hey, that was for y'all. They're gonna love this. So the game's coming out. I wonder who's gonna be on the cover. I keep seeing little things with Nick Saban on the front of it, which
they said. I remember they said for the NFL game is named after Matt, and they're like, what if they just start naming the college football game after Saban? And I'm like, if you were going to do that, you should have done that years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But who's going to be on the cover? I mean, there's usually someone who's already gone to the NFL.
Yeah, right. So who was going last year?
They have NIL now. They might still give it to someone that's still covered. But Caleb Williams, I can see him being on there. Jaden Daniels just won the Heisman. Why not? You could just say, "Hey, we're gonna give it to whoever wins the Heisman."
But money is the reason why this game stopped, and money is the reason this game is came back.
Yeah, so they could have.
So all right, so what I see, the stats here, so the players every team is opted in college football. Notre Dame was holding out for whatever reason, but they opted in. So the players have the option to opt in. And they opt in, they get $600 and a copy of the game, which is cool. Some people like, oh, $600 ain't nothing, but it's like,
dude, I've been a college student. $600 is a good bit of money for someone who, especially like if you talking about like the third or fourth string people who like they're not making NIL money. Like, here's $600. Like, yeah, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, for something you would have done for free anyways.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's pretty cool. And who knows, that price can go up with years.
It probably will.
Actually, it definitely will.
Yeah,
especially with inflation, boy. You saw them gas prices. Hey. But so yeah, and they get a copy of the game, and then certain players and even college students that have the option to promote the game and become ambassadors. Like, I mean, think of like the biggest college sports stars. I mean, you got freaking Caitlin Clark, I feel like deserves to be probably the biggest NCAA NIL star. I mean,
I think she's going to do, and not to get too off topic, but I think she has the potential to do for the WNBA what Magic and Bird did for the NBA back in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I think her and I'm going to say Angel Reese. Her and Angel Reese, like if they get paired up on opposite sides and have to meet each other in the finals, it's going to be just like that. As long as people support it. Like you still got to go watch the games, of course. But I think those two have the potential to be the Magic and Bird of the WNBA.
Word. Real stuff. I agree with that. That's big time. But yeah, so I mean, even I had the Peacock app. I'm looking on there, and they broadcast a lot of Big Ten sports on Peacock. I guess they're a partner with that. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, Iowa's playing. Oh, Caitlin Clark, women's basketball. Let me check that out.
Exactly.
Like who else? Who else other than her? Maybe Reese. I don't even see. I mean, Angel Reese is a star, but I mostly see with Caitlin Clark. I see Caitlin Clark at Iowa. With Angel Reese, I see LSU with Angel Reese.
I can see that.
She's definitely like a star with the LSU women's basketball team. So yeah, so they can have Caitlin Clark on there chilling on the couch or whatever, talking about I'm gonna whoop you in college football, NCAA or whatever, and I can go around however it may be. Now for players that opt out and don't want to be in the game, so say it's the starting quarterback of Georgia or whatever. Say he's like, oh yeah, nah, whatever. I got this going on. Like, leave me out of it because I don't want the $600. Like,
and I don't even like video games. Yeah,
right. So apparently they're gonna have like an average of the last decade of that there hasn't been the college football video game. It'll be a player. Traditionally, just the average of what the quarterback position has been at that position, as far as like skill, throw, awareness, blah blah blah, or whatever. I wonder what the ethnicity is going to be like. If he was black for 5 years, white for 5 years, is he going to be big? It's like
it's going to be beige, just a beige.
Hey, bro, beige.
They're gonna have Charlie Villanueva, just a picture of Charlie Villanueva up there, just beige, blonde, no hair, no eyebrows, nothing, just but let you figure it out.
So
they said that the teams like the military schools, the players don't have a choice. They can't beat NIL, but they're gonna be on the game. Like it's in their contract, they don't have a choice. So like Army, Navy,
I didn't know that.
They're gonna be on there regardless. They just won't get paid for it because it's in their contract that you can't get paid for stuff like you can't get NIL money if you went to a military school.
So
in the future,
know that.
if you want to be on a video game, don't go to the military school. You want to get paid, don't go to the Army, the Navy, the Air Force.
True. But so man, all right. So I'm excited about it, but at the same time, bro, I'm thinking like, damn, think about all the great players
that we missed out on.
Who aren't going that we missed out, that aren't going to be premier. Now they're having like the Legends thing. It's going to be like Madden Ultimate Team, but it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never liked Madden Ultimate Team anyway. I think that's one of the main things that killed Madden to begin with. So, like, as long as Dynasty is still good and it doesn't play like Madden, I don't. And they said it's going to be completely different in Madden.
So it's ran. So the same game. It's the same game engine with Frostbite. However, they said this thing has been in the works since 2001, and it's not going to be just a skin over for college football.
It better not be, because if they do that, someone might burn down EA Sports if they do that.
True, but hey, let's go over some of these players, bro. That like. My main one, freaking Lamar, bro. Like, what? Like, just think, man. Nobody was going to play with Louisville, but just think of how many people would play with Louisville if Lamar was there.
The 2019 LSU team altogether, Jordan Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, any of the Clemson teams that won a title.
Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson.
Travis Etienne, Tua with Devontae Smith.
I mean, you look at the past, you look at the dominant teams, you look at that Bama team that had Mac Jones, Smith, Waddle. Bro, they were just loaded. The Georgia team.
Who else? The Ohio State team that won the first BCS national championship. I'm sorry, the first playoff with Cardell Jones and Ezekiel Elliott. And I'm like, they could have been some Justin Fields missed out.
Are they not on there?
Huh?
Will they not be on there?
I don't know.
Okay, I think that was the last. That was the season where it stopped. All right, because they didn't have them.
They won it the following year. That's when it stopped. That was the first year where it stopped.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at guys like, I brought up some Heismans, Kyler Murray. There's all kinds of guys, even like the smaller school superstars.
Derrick Henry. We didn't even get a chance to play with Derrick Henry.
No Derrick Henry. I mean, yeah, there's some time missed. Hopefully, college football can push out some new stars that can make up for that time.
Definitely, and if the game is any good, like I said, I was telling my brother, like, that game is even 70% of what it used to be. You'll never see me on NBA 2K ever again. I would delete that right off my system.
You remember what was it? Was it called March Madness, the old college basketball game?
Yeah, it was called March Madness for a while. Then it went to just called NCAA college basketball for like the last year. March Madness, I loved that game back then too. Like,
it was cool. It was cool, but I feel like that game. I feel like that for basketball, the expiration date just wouldn't last too long. As opposed to football.
It's one and done. That's why. Because of the one and done. But they did, because we had March Madness 2000 and 2001 back when I was a kid. Those were really good. And 2003 was really good also. But then after that, EA started making garbage basketball games.
Sure enough. All right. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. That's supposed to drop in May or sometime this summer. So
July. May is when they're giving us the full trailer, like with all the features and everything. But July is when it's supposed to first weekend or second Tuesday in July.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's pivot again. This will be the last segment for the show.